Hi, this is Aruna Reddy. Welcome to React tutorial series. So in the previous video, we have seen introduction to React.js, features and comparison with AngularJS applications. Now in this video, I am going to cover with the lab setup required for React.js, like what is the runtime environment we need and what is the IDE we are going to use, and also we will start with the first React application. Let's get started. So first and foremost thing is we need a runtime environment to run with any JavaScript based framework applications. So for React and as well as for Angular, we need a runtime environment called Node.js. So first we need to install Node.js into our system. Go to this URL and download the Node software according to your system configurations. Once it is downloaded, you need to install Node into your system. So once installation is done, you need to check with the command called node-v whether Node is installed or not. So let me show you the software I am using with. So here is, I am already having the software for Node and as well as IDE. This is a Node installation. So this you need to just follow the few steps, right click and execute. Just it will be navigating through few steps, it get installed. So it is already installed into my system. So I'm going to show you whether it is installed or not. Simply you need to check with, right, go to a command prompt and you check with node-v command. It should give you the version of Node which is running into your system. Let me show once again. You need to give the command node-v. Similarly, when we are working with React applications, we also need Node Package Manager, which is going to manage all the packages and the dependencies needed for your React applications. This Node Package Manager is along with your Node software itself. So we can also check whether npm is also available or not, npm-v. So this should also give you the version if it is installed. Now we are good to go with developing React applications because our runtime environment is ready, right? So now let us see what is a good practice with developing React applications. Definitely we have to go with the predefined IDE tools rather working with the plain IDEs like Edit++, okay, Notepad Edit++. Instead of that, we will go with the standard IDE tools. So preferably we will be using Visual Studio Code to develop React applications. Even for Angular also we can use the same IDE tool. So this is the URL where you need to go with and download your Visual Studio software. So in my machine it is already available. It's a very small IDE tool. So it is already installed into my system. The installation steps are very simple, like you just click next button, that's all, your IDE is ready. So it looks like this, right? So your Node installation step number 1 is completed and your IDE is ready with. Now how do we create our React application? So to start creating React application, earlier we have got very many steps to create a React application and to create the configuration files required, like build configuration, compiler configuration, etc. But now React 16 and above versions, we have got a plugin which is command line interface tool, which we call it as Create React App. It's a predefined tool. So first of all, when you are working first time, this tool will not be available with you. So you need to install. So for example, how to install this Create React App plugin to your system? So simply you go to command prompt and just give the command wherever you wanted to work with your React application. npm install -g. This is to install globally. And the plugin, CLI plugin you wanted to work with is Create React -app. It is one of a CLI tool to create a React application. So this will take some time to install. Okay, so let it run it installation process. We will be continuing with our application. So this will start installing your Create React App CLI tool. And once the CLI tool is available with your system, you are now good to go with developing your React application. So once this plugin is available to create a React application, the command is very simple. Create React app space your application name. So in my system it is already there. Just for your sake, just I am showing you how do we install React app CLI tool. But it's already installed into my system. So let me show you in another command prompt. Okay. Okay, it got ready, right? So here itself I would like to show you to create a React app. Create hyphen React hyphen app space your app name. So your application name is, let's say we are going to select with React app 1. So you can select with React app or application 1. So now it takes some time to create your React application with the package structure and the related template files and whatever the startup code is needed, it has to create with. So there is a naming restriction here. What you can do is my application 1. Okay. So it is not allowing you to take a capital letters, just you take it. Okay. My application 1. Now it start creating your application. It takes a few seconds to complete your React application creation. So by the time we will be discussing with, so what is the main components we will be using into our React application. By the time it get created, let's move on to the next slide. So here first step is, in every React application we will be creating with one base component which we call it as a root component. So to start your React application, you need to first move to your project folder. If it is your application name is my application 1, then you have to move to that particular folder. Change your control from wherever you are working with, from there to move newly created React application folder. Once you switch to that particular folder, you just need to run the command called npm start. Clear? Npm start. Let me show you in my system. Okay, I am going to show you one application which is already created. Why? Because it definitely will take some time to create this application. So I am going to take a different application for you. So this is React app 1. Now the thing is, you need to start with simply, you need to move to that particular folder first, and now you are in the root folder of your application. Now just you need to give the command called npm start. The same thing also we can do it as part of our, see, when we open that application which already created into my system. Okay, so here it is running. I'm going to show you in two ways. One is at the command prompt, I am running it. It is saying compile successfully, and it is asking you to go to this path to view the output of your React application. Now when you switch to this localhost 3000 port, now you are able to see the output. The same thing, the same application, if we navigate from here, okay, you can see this is your application where this is the structure of your React application. The whole code resides into your src folder. Now how do we open this project into our IDE tool? So my IDE is already opened with, and whichever project you wanted to check with, you need to open the folder and choose your project name. So our project name we are working with is React App 1. So I'm just opening that folder, and within which, okay, so this is our React App 1 folder, where in SRC, okay, the main entry point for your application is going to be index.js, and one more major component is here, root component called app.js. The same thing is explained in the slide, right? So here, if you can look into the very first application, we are going to design with a simple component called our app component. But if you can consider a complex application, you may find multiple components into your React application. Let us say React is, we are always talking about single page application development and UI based application development and component based application development, right? So here, every feature of your web page, it can be mobile application, it can be web application, every feature we are considering it as one component. So there is a sign in component, there is a sign up component, there is a footer component, there is a header component, there may be n number of components into your application. When we design, the whole set of all these components are going to be embedded into one single component that we are calling it as app component. App is a root for all these components. So how do that app component looks like? So this is called app.js. So this is the only root one component per application, and this is a root component in which we are going to have the component declaration, required number of libraries need to be imported, and then we will have a function called render. And within a render, we will have a return function. I will show you the multiple ways creating app.js file. So very first application, simply we have only a static message, which is only like a string we are going to display with. So we are not writing with any complex component creation. A simple functional component we write with a name called app, and then we are rendering a message, and then just we are exporting this app. So where do we find this file in our application? If you can see, this is what is our app.js. Where just we are trying to display a message called welcome to like React.js tutorial first application. Okay, so this is how you can render your very first component. Whatever I save here, you can observe it get rebuild, and immediately it will add welcome. Let us say there is no string 2. Let's say I am going to add it here, just I will save. I will not compile and I will not, okay, do anything. It can be rendered immediately. That is the fastness of React application. Now, how do we can create our React component in an easy way? There is an alternate way is called as, okay, you can simply create a constant, then component name is app equal to, and then you can create with an arrow function. This is also possible. Okay, in the slide what we are looking is here, it is a functional component where we write a function and we write the body for our component. But in this code, just what is the change I am going to do is I just write with an arrow function. Save it, right? We just add one more line here. You just save it and just go and check in the browser, right? This is using arrow function. And what is the other change we can do is we can create a component. Whatever so far we are creating all our React components, okay? Now we are going to create a class component. Class app extends, okay, called React component. Where do we get this component? This is from our library called component. That's all. Now we don't need to write this function. You just need to say here, whenever we write a class component, definitely it should have a render function, and in which you will have this return. That's all. So when we write a component like this, class app extends component, this is called as a class component. The earlier style where we create a app component is called as a functional component. What is the difference between functional component, class component? We will be looking into our future sessions, right? So we created an app component once again. Now I am saying like just we would like to see the export default app. So here you can look into if at all. Okay, so here you can see the component is not defined. It is saying, just let us look into this. Component spelling is okay wrong here. You just change it, save it, that's all. Now you can see the class component. Now we are able to create a simple functional component. It's a functional component using arrow function and a class component. This is how a simple React application with the root component called app can be created. Hope this is clear with you right now. And then where are we going to render this particular content into our React module? So the other file here is called index.js. Index.js, in which we are going to use with the React DOM.render function, which is going to render our component called app. Let's say I wanted to render my component app, okay, multiple times. You can just observe here, it is going to render for 2 times. So the app component is a class where we write our root component content, and index.js is a file which is going to render your application. So the same thing is explained in our slide, right? So the two things initially in a very first application, you should understand what is the role of app.js, how do we create a component, and then is what is index.js. What is the role of index.js? This is mainly to render your component onto your browser. So it is going to make use of your React DOM is a predefined class from your React DOM library, and earlier in place of this React DOM we are used to use with the class called React, but now it has been separated. The libraries are divided separately. Core React functionality is available from your React class, and coming to all the DOM related features like rendering of your nodes, and then registering a node, unregister a node, okay, reloading of a node, okay, removing of a node, all that kind of functionality is available with your class called React DOM. So now we need to render our app component, so we use React DOM to render it. And there are 2 more tags we are using here called React.strict mode. The purpose of this strict mode is nothing but when your application you are working on development mode, let's say there are certain debug related messages you wanted to display at the console, okay, it will be displayed during development, but it can be suppressed while production. So for that purpose we can enable strict mode. And the thing is, there is another component called here service worker. So sometimes the service workers which are run by your browsers, so that it may lead to some performance issues to process certain background logics. So to improve your performance of your application, to suppress your service workers, So if it is not required for your particular application, you can unregister that. So that we will write at the end for our index.js. So this is a basic template code we will get as soon as we create our React application. So this is how we can create a React application, right? So here we are observing this is the component like app.js and then index.js, and how do we compile and run, and where do we observe the result, right? Let us say I'm going to close my application over here. So I would like to run my application from my IDE tool itself. So go to view and go to terminal, and in this terminal itself you can just run your application. Same command npm start. Instead of opening in a separate command prompt, just here itself you can do that. Now it is started building your server, your dev server is opening. Okay, in few seconds it will show in which port it is running with. Now you can open and you can see the result. This is how you can create a very first React application. That's all for this session. In the coming videos we will be looking into future topics in React. That's all. Thank you.